Routine pre-flight checks. To ensure daily safety and efficient operation, the following 3 pre-flight checks must be done before each operation. Check of flight environment. Check the weather in advance before operation. Select to operate when it is sunny and the wind force is below gentle breeze so as to achieve the best plant protection effect. Avoid operating on gale or rainy days as pesticides can easily be blown or diluted and are hard to retain on the leaf surface of crops, affecting the final plant protection effect. Ensure that the takeoff/landing site is open, level, and free of obstacles or miscellaneous objects. Otherwise, the agricultural drone is unsteady when landing and is easy to tilt and fall to the ground, resulting in damage of the device. Ensure that there are no obstacles over the takeoff/landing site. Otherwise, the agricultural drone may collide with obstacles during takeoff or landing, leading to accidents. Before takeoff or landing, keep a safe distance of over 10 meters between people and the takeoff or landing site to ensure personal safety during the operation. Before the operation, check the operation zone for obstacles again, clear the operation zone, and prevent the presence of unrelated personnel and equipment that may interfere with the safety of the operation. Ensure that the zone is free of steep slopes higher than the terrain following height within the flight zone. Device appearance inspection. Device appearance inspection. Perform a device appearance inspection following the procedure of inspecting from top to bottom, from left to right. Starting from the top, inspect the following items in sequence. Perform visual and tactile inspection for 9 components: propeller, motor and motor mount, escape, arm clamp, landing gear, and edge beam. Their appearance must be kept clean and well maintained. Clean up any foreign matters found and replace any cracked or damaged components found. Manually test the 4 main motors to ensure smooth rotation and no abnormal sound, and check the motor mount screws for tightness. For the Revo spray system, check the centrifugal nozzle for secure installation and the spray disc for integrity. Test the centrifugal nozzles on 2 sides and the spray disc to ensure smooth rotation without jamming. For the RevoCast system, check the screw feeder for secure installation, rotate the spread discs to ensure no jamming, and clear the screw feeder and the liquid tank if there is any fertilizer compaction. Check the 2 RTK antennas on the left and right to ensure secure installation and intact appearance. If damaged, replace them in time. Check the places where the 4 arms fold. Gently lift the clamp to check for looseness and ensure that the clamp has been completely and securely locked. The items to be checked from left to right. Check that the lens of terrain radar, pilot sight live stream (PSL), and downward PSL camera (downward FPV) are clean without scratches. To prevent scratching the lens, it is recommended to wipe the lens in one direction from left to right with a glass cleaning cloth. Check that the surface of the terrain radar and 4D imaging radar is clean and free of foreign matters, and that their installation is secure. Check that the battery tail frame is intact and free of damage, and that the battery connector is clear of foreign matters, if any. Otherwise, it may cause a short circuit or high temperature or sparks resulting from friction. Metal blackening, if found, shall be cleaned by cotton swabs stained with alcohol. Press the battery power button to check that the battery level has reached 100% according to the indicator light. Check the battery snap fit for damage. If damaged, it cannot be fixed to the battery tail frame, resulting in a great potential safety hazard in flight. Check that the metal contacts are arranged neatly without turning black or green by burning or rusting. When a click is heard while you are installing the battery, gently pull the battery handle up to ensure secure installation of the battery. Long press the battery on or off button for 2 seconds. After the battery is powered on, carry out system check. Device system inspection. Step 1. Firmware update. Please ensure that all firmware is updated to the latest version before each flight. Launch the XAG1 app. Tap Me at the lower right corner of the home page. Then tap Device to select the device for operation, and enter the device details screen. Tap the first icon at the top to enter the general screen. Tap Firmware Update to check whether the firmware module is the latest one. If not, please update to the latest version. Step 2. Check of communication system. Tap to enter the communication system screen. Check whether the communication signal intensity is good. If the system detects weak network signal, you can manually tap carrier settings to switch to a network with better signal. Step 3. Check of positioning system. Tap to enter the positioning system screen. Check whether the RTK base station is connected and whether RTK positioning is displayed as normal. The number of satellites connected should be kept more than 16. The positioning accuracy should be less than 1 meter. The heading accuracy should be less than 2 degrees. Step 4. Check of battery system. Tap to enter the battery system screen. Confirm whether the total remaining battery capacity is adequate. Then tap the cell voltage button to see if the voltage variance is displayed as normal. Step 5. Check of application system. When the XAG agricultural drone is mounted with the Revo spray system, first add an appropriate amount of clean water to the liquid tank. Tap to enter the spraying system screen, and tap manual spraying test. Tap the corresponding spray disc button to perform the test. View if the spray disc rotates normally and if the liquid flowing out is bubble-free. After confirming it is normal, tap the off button to end the spraying test. When the XAG Agricultural Drone is mounted with the RevoCast system, tap to enter the spreading system screen. Swipe down on the screen and tap Manual Spreading Test to enter the test screen. Tap the on button to test the discharge unit and spread disc. After confirming that the spreading system discharges properly, tap the off button to end the spreading test. Step 6. Check of propulsion system. Tap to enter the propulsion system screen. Then tap Idle Test. Tap the corresponding motor test button to perform the test and operate according to prompts. During test, confirm whether the motors can rotate normally. Note: 1. Observe whether M1 and M3 propellers rotate clockwise, and whether M2 and M4 propellers rotate counterclockwise. Observe whether the motors produce abnormal sound or shake. 2. The motor current value should not exceed 4 ampere. The motor rotational speed variance should not exceed 100 revolutions per minute. If any abnormality is found during the above checks, please carry out troubleshooting timely to ensure that the propulsion system can work normally. Step 7. Check of sensor system. Tap to enter the sensor system screen. Make the drone take off and hover in the air, and test whether the terrain module and the obstacle avoidance radar are normal. XAG Smart Remote Controller 4. Motors can be started by turning the joysticks of the remote controller in tow-in or tow-out position. After releasing the joysticks, push the joysticks to control the drone to take off. When the drone flies to certain height, release the joysticks and the drone will hover.